Good morning, kindergartners. It is Thursday. What do you think about ant colonies? Pretty interesting stuff, huh? Today we will work on composing and decomposing the number 7 with addition stories and sentences. I hope you can enjoy lots of sunshine this weekend. Tomorrow I will post a fun activity for you to watch, and you will have Monday off for Memorial Day. Have a great long weekend. Love, your teachers. Welcome to calendar! Woohoo! It's Thursday. Whew, it's so nice out today. I'm wearing a shirt with no sleeves, but I just came down to my basement classroom and it is chilly down here. This is going to be a quick one, not only because it's chilly, but because it's so stinking nice. I don't want your faces buried in a screen all day. We're going to do a quick calendar, a quick math lesson, and I want your body to get outside, running around, playing, digging in dirt as much as your parents will allow. All ready? All right? Let's get started. Looking at the calendar, my loves, yesterday was Wednesday, May 20th, which means today is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. Let's say it together. Today is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. Can you try saying the date on your own without me? Let's see. Today is nice job. If today is Thursday, May 20th, what season are we in? Remember, our seasons are spring, summer, fall, and winter. What season are we in right now if the month is May? The season is spring, you're right. And today's weather is, you know the deal. Head to the window, I'll give you 10 seconds. Go ahead. Welcome back. What did you find? Is it rainy? Is it cloudy? Is it sunny? Is it snowy? Is it thunderstorms? What did you find? Yes, it's sunny again. Woo, woo. All right, guys, if today is Thursday, that means yesterday was Wednesday, and today is Thursday. That means tomorrow will be Friday. Whose favorite day of the week is Friday? Mine is. Whoop, whoop. Is yours? What's your favorite day of the week? Ooh, I'm sure you have a good reason for that. All right, let's go ahead and get started on math. I told you it was going to be a quick one, and I promise math will be quick too. Here we go. Like I mentioned before, for math today, we're going to be working on decomposing and composing addition stories to 7. You're going to need a couple of materials. First, you'll need your whiteboard with your number bond template. You'll also need an expo marker and an eraser. You will need your lesson 14 template, which is the page 150 in your binder. You'll need lesson 14 problem set and homework worksheets. And I forgot to mention, you'll also need 7 cubes. If you've misplaced your cubes, you'll need 7 small objects to manipulate. Let's get started with Mrs. Mayer, who is going to talk about a fancy little train car. Here we go.
Hi friends. Today for our application problem, I'm going to read you a story, and then you guys are going to do a number bond and write me a number sentence. Are you ready? Here we go. Larry the train is pulling 7 cars. 3 blue cars are full and 4 red cars are empty. Please draw the train and make a number bond about your picture. I would also like you to please make a number sentence to go along with your picture. When you are done, unpause the video and see if your number bond and sentence matches my picture. Hi guys, welcome back. Let's see if you and I came up with the same number bond and sentence. Let's check. Larry the train had 3 blue full cars and 4 red empty cars. So I know that 3 and 4 make 7. Let's see if your number sentences match mine. I have 3 and 4 is the same as 7. Then I flipped that number sentence around and I said 7 is the same as 3 and 4. All right, I hope your number bond and your number sentence matched mine today. Great job, friends. please, please, please have a great weekend and get outside and play as much as possible this weekend. It is gorgeous, and this is Mrs. Mare's favorite type of weather. All right, I'll see you next week for some more math. Love you. Bye.
That Mrs. Mare, she's so great, isn't she? I watched the video she sent me today of the application problem, and I thought, Mrs. Mare just pretty much taught our whole lesson today, because our lesson is just that. It's about that train car that she just talked about. Pretty much what we're going to do today is just play Snap and pretend that our cubes are different train cars. So she got us started in the absolutely perfect direction with her application problem. We're going to be playing Snap with the train cars, making some addition sentences, drawing some number bonds to match, and then we'll get started on our problem set. I wanted to show you a little trick because I know that I had mentioned you're going to need some materials. You need your eraser, your marker, 7 cubes. Let me give you a little hint. I counted those twice before I put them down. Even as an adult, I made sure to count them twice, because if I'm trying to do addition sentences for 7, but I have 8 or 9 or 6 cubes, it's going to be way off. So make sure you count your cubes twice, that you have 7 of them. I also happened to find one of our whiteboards that we used to have in school. So I slid my template, my train template, in one side, and I found a number bond template for the other side. So instead of having 2 different pieces of paper, I could put them right in each side, and then I can write on both sides and erase. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's get started. I have my 7 cubes. You should too. Let's pretend that 2 cubes were full. Let's put those there. And the rest of the cubes were empty. I'm going to separate them like that. So we have that little Larry the train car. He had 2 full cars attached, and the rest of his cars were empty. We know we have 7 cubes all together. What are our parts here? I'm going to flip mine over. I guess we should count first, and then I can make a number bond. We know he had 2 full cars. How many were empty? 5. Nice job. I know I can make a number sentence. I'm sorry, a number bond, by putting my whole and my parts in those spaces. There were 7 cars altogether. 2 of them were full, 5 of them were empty. If I go back to my number sentence now, oh look, I noticed that plus sign is over there. My parts need to stick to the plus, so my parts will go there. And this is going to be a decomposition story. I'm going to start with my whole and then break it into parts. What was my whole? How many cars did we have all together? 7. Go ahead and write that. Is the same as, what were my parts? Yeah, 2 and 5. Good work. 2 and 5 are hidden partners in the number 7. Do you see it? 2 and 5. When I put 5 and 2 together, I will always have 7. Good work. You can put your cube sticks back together, those train cars. This time, Larry dropped one of those full carts off. So he was bringing the rest back. And instead of having 2 full carts like he did before, one of them was now empty. And only one of them was full. So how many full cars does he have now? That's right, 1. How many empty cars does he have? 6. Nice job. Please write a number sentence to show me what just changed. We no longer are going to write 7 is the same as 2 and 5. Our parts have changed now. Go ahead and fill that in. And come on back when you're ready to check your work. All right, nice job. 7 is the same as 1 and 6. Where did I get the numbers 1 and 6 from? What is the 1 talking about? The full train car, that's right. And what's the 6 talking about then? Yeah, my empty train car. You see how that happens? Do you think I could flip this to make a composition story instead of a decomposition story by moving my numbers here? Totally. Instead of starting with my whole, this time I'll start with my parts that are stuck to that plus sign, and then I'll leave my whole at the very end. Remember, I have to move the signs if I'm going to switch the numbers. If I don't move the signs, it just won't make sense. So this time it's going to be a composition where I'm putting the parts together to make the whole at the end. What are my parts now? Still the same. 1 full car and 6 empty cars is the same as how many cars altogether? 7. We didn't change anything about the numbers in our problem. We just changed where they were to show the first one was a decomposition story where we started with the whole and we broke them apart. The second one was a composition story where we started with the parts and we put them together at the end to talk about the whole. Good work. Let's erase. Guess what happened? Larry, the train car, dropped off the items in that last train car, and all of a sudden, he had no full cars. What's the math word for none? 0. And all these were empty cars. How many empty cars did he have? 7. And did we even really have to count those? Mathematicians know if we have 7 cubes and none of them are over here, then they're all there. There has to be 7, right? Let's write a decomposition and a composition story before we get started on our problem set. Go ahead and fill in that decomposition story by starting with the whole. 7 is the same as, fill in those parts for me. How many full, how many empty? 0 full and 7 empty. Nice job. Now we're going to flip it to talk about the parts equaling the whole, which is kind of funny because it might look a lot the same because of these numbers that we chose. All right, remember I'm going to start with my part, and my part is the same as the whole. Okay, had to move my signs around. I'm going to have my part and my part. So what are my 2 parts? How many full cars? 0. And how many empty cars? 7 is the same as how many cars did he have all together on his train? 7. Nice job. Go ahead and erase your board. You can get out your lesson 14 problem set and get started to work on that. All right, welcome back for your problem set and your homework. You might notice that this problem set is actually our homework from Tuesday. I did that because our problem set for today can be found on the back of Tuesday's homework. I'm going to go ahead and, as always, write my name at the top. What do we sing? The first thing on your paper is your name. The first thing on your paper is your name. If you don't write your name, we won't know whose paper it is. So you need to write your name on your paper, please, and thank you. Nice job. Remember, you guys, these worksheets are intended to be done mostly independently. That means the people that made these worksheets were thinking, oh, kindergartners should be able to sit down, and if somebody reads the instructions, they should be able to do the math. Okay, so this shouldn't be something that you're sitting right with your parents saying, what do I do? What do I write? What number is it? Huh? What is it? This is something for you to do because your parents already know how to do this. Okay, all they should have to do is read you the directions. So here we go. There are 7 animals. There are 5 giraffes and 2 elephants. Go ahead and fill in that number bond to match the story, and then you can fill in the missing number, which looks like it'll be a whole. Listen to the story one more time. There are 7 animals. There are 5 giraffes and 2 elephants. Go ahead and get started with your number bond, please. Did you write a 7 as the whole? They told us how many animals there were all together. Did you write a 5 to talk about the giraffes? And did you write a 2 to talk about the elephants? If you did, nice job. This says blank is the same as 5 and 2. What are we thinking? A composition story where we're starting with the parts and putting them together to find the whole? or a decomposition story where we're starting with the whole and we're separating into the parts? This sounds like a decomposition story to me. They started with all the animals together, and then they want to know what the two parts are. So what's our whole? 7. Good work. Let's go on to the next one. At the store, there was 1 big bear and 6 small bears. There were 7 bears. Ooh, I know they told me about the parts first. They said the big bear and the small bear. There were 7 altogether. Remember, that's called that's called a composition story, when they're starting with the parts and then they all come together at the end. Go ahead and fill in your number bond to match the parts and the whole, and then you can fill in your story independently to tell me what that missing number is. If you need more time, remember you can always press pause. Did you write a 1 to talk about the big bear? Nice. And did you write a 6 to talk about the small bears? Good. Hopefully, if you did both of those, then you were able to write the whole down here in the party circle. And how many bears were there all together? There were 7. Down here, they showed us in the number sentence, 1 and 6 is the same as, what's the whole? 7. Beautiful. This one I see there's no word directions, but they've given us a picture, and from this picture we should be able to make a number bond and a number sentence. So let's go ahead and look at it first. I see there's 7 shapes all together. 2 are triangles and 5 are circles. Let's fill in our number bond. It sounds like we're going to do a decomposition number sentence when we're done. What's the whole? 7. Oh yeah. What's my one part talking about triangles? What number will that be? That's a 2. And how many circles did they show? 5. Beautiful. Over here, remember I said it's a decomposition story. That means we're starting with the whole. What was the whole? 7. Oh yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. If you're finished with that, we can move on to our next problem set page. We'll zip through it, and all you'll have left to do is a homework page. This says the squares below represent cubes. 4 gray cubes and 3 white cubes are 7 cubes. So they're trying to kind of tell you the number sentence in words. 4 gray cubes and 3 white cubes are, or equal, 7 cubes. They told us about the parts first, and then the whole, which means we're going to do a composition story where they're coming together. And over here, they've given us part of our number bond, the whole. Let's go ahead and fill in the number bond. They've given us the whole, which is 7. What are the 2 parts? 4 is talking about the gray cubes, and 3 is talking about the white cubes. What needs to go here then? 4 and 3 is the same as 7. Beautiful. Oh, look here. They want you to color the cubes to match the cubes above. So these cubes right here. Then we're going to fill in the number sentence. But do you notice something? The signs have been switched. So here we did a composition story where we started with the parts and then we brought them together as a whole. This one is going to be a decomposition story because I see that equal sign first. They're starting with the whole. So first we need to color the cubes to match these. How many colored cubes did they have? 4. Let's color ours to match. Good job. Now they want us to start with the whole. We still have the same number of cubes, so what number is that? 7. And what are our parts? 7 is the same as the color cubes and the white cubes. How many colored cubes do we have? 4. And how many white cubes? Good job. Down here, they would like you to create your own story and tell your partner or somebody in your family. Have your partner draw a picture of your story and create a number sentence to go with the picture. Okay, so you get to make up the story this time. See if somebody else can draw a picture and a number sentence to go with your story. Good job with that. You will find on the back side of that page is your homework page. Just one homework page today, and you have all weekend to work on this if you'd like. You have all day Thursday, all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday because it's Memorial Day. We don't have any work to do on Monday. Okay, so you have plenty of time to do that. All you need to do is write 1, 2, 3 number sentences and 1 number bond, and maybe draw a little picture about these bears. I don't know if you noticed or not, but your train template that we used for our cubes today is actually the front side of our problem set for next Tuesday. Okay, so you'll want to hold on to that. Make sure you don't throw that train paper away, because then you won't have a problem set to work on Tuesday. Okay, that's all I have for you today, guys. I promised to keep it nice and short. I hope it was. Like Mrs. Mayer and I both mentioned, get your work done, get outside, do some counting, do some insect hunting, find some ants if you can, but remember, don't hurt them because they're probably trying to bring something back to their family or do a job. Okay? Keep counting, keep practicing those number sentences. Most of all, have fun and be kind. We love you so much. It's Thursday. You can find me on Zoom between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. if you'd like to chat, practice power words, do some reading, or play some games. Hope to see you there. And once again, for the last time, have a fabulous weekend. Remember to honor the heroes that keep our country safe and free this Memorial Day.